Hey everyone, so in today's video I wanted to talk about all the reasons why I hate myself. And I wanted to start off by saying that, the reasons why I ended up getting doxxed in the first place even is completely my fault. I have nobody to blame but myself. And here's why. So, years ago, even before I started my YouTube channel, and this may have been 2015 when I was 18 years old, or maybe 2017 when I was 20 years old, but I do remember that it was before I started my YouTube channel. At least I'm pretty sure it was. I was just really fucking stupid for this shit too. And a lot of you will probably be really shocked at what I'm about to tell you, and probably will be scratching your heads by the end of this video. But anyways, and I think it was on a Reddit forum or something. I remember I made a post somewhere where I literally put our address when we were living in the city of Greenville in the state of Michigan. Well, my parents' address. I put my parents' home address when we were living in the city of Greenville in the state of Michigan. And I put my real first and last name or whatever. And I was pretty much begging some random guys online on Reddit or something like that to buy me and send me a really expensive gaming computer. That was, honest to God, my hope and wish. And I really believed at the time that would have worked. I was really hoping that there would have been just some good Samaritan that would have came along, and it would have only taken one person. That's the thing. That's the point of all this. It would have only taken one single guy to have felt bad and sorry for me enough to the point where just one guy would have, hypothetically speaking, of course, bought me and sent me a really expensive gaming computer. So I had that up for a certain amount of time, and I remember one day, but of course this was years ago, and before I started my YouTube channel, I went back to that forum where I literally doxed myself, my parents' address, and I remember the guys replying to it, and they were pretty much all saying the same thing, bro, why would you dox yourself? Why would you do that? And I would get multiple comments made by, of course, many different guys, all pretty much asking the same question in their own words. Just dude, why would you dox yourself? Why would you put your real information out there? What were you hoping to gain by doing so? And then I pretty much responded with saying, look, I thought that I was going to get any of you to feel bad and sorry for me enough to buy me a gaming computer. And you know what? I was wrong. I was dead wrong. And I bet to those guys I probably looked like a complete and total idiot. And guess what? The fact is, I am, and there's no denying that. I really am a fucking moron. I am so very stupid and dumb. The fact that I would just be retarded enough to dox myself, even before ever starting or having a YouTube channel in the first place, even before uploading my very ever first YouTube video on my YouTube channel, because for a certain amount of years, all I had was a YouTube account. And hell, even on my YouTube account, I even had my real first and last name. Believe it or not. And when I first created my YouTube account, it was back in the year 2014 when I was 17 years old. I put my real first and last name, and also I had a photo in my profile of the rapper Notorious Big. And I had that until, of course, the age of 20 in the year 2017. Until, of course, I eventually changed it. And the only reason why I even changed my YouTube channel name in the first place is because I ended up getting doxxed on Kiwi Farms. And only after I ended up getting doxxed did I change my YouTube channel name and pretty much start saying that, my name was Marshall Mathers IV and that I was Eminem's real son, because Eminem's real name, in case none of you know, is Marshall Bruce Mathers III. And so by me going by Marshall Mathers IV, I was implying that I was his son, even though it's a known fact that he doesn't have any sons, not even adopted sons. All he has is one biological daughter. He has some nieces, and then he has like some other girls that he's adopted over his career of being a really famous rapper. But he has never, not once, adopted a son. I mean, he does have like a younger half-brother whose name is Nathan, but anyways, it's just honestly ridiculous that I would even decide to change my name even after the point it was too late. And what's even more sad about it is the fact that I doxed myself. I mean, literally. Like I just said, when I was either 18 years old in the year 2015 or 20 years old in the year 2017, but before I started my YouTube channel, on like Reddit or some online forum somewhere on some website, I literally said, like, hey, my name is Isaac Holmes. I live at this address in the city of Greenville in the state of Michigan. Please pretty much buy me a expensive gaming computer. I mean, not literally in those words, but you get the gist. You get the point of what I'm trying to say here. And I just can't help but think, looking back on that, just how pathetic I am. Just how much of a pitiful human being I have to be to make the grave mistake of doxing my own information before even anyone knew like who I was or where I lived in like the city I lived in or the state that I lived in or what my address was or anything like that. I doxed myself. So ultimately, I have nobody to blame but myself. It is my fault. It's all on me. And, ever since then, I have felt like shit, believe it or not. And I really feel like I have not only painted a target on my back, because let's face the facts, obviously I did, because, ever since I was 20 years old in 2017, when I first started my YouTube channel, I've been uploading extremely controversial, offensive content on my YouTube channel because I wanted to. That was my whole point. My whole YouTube channel revolved around me uploading videos of really controversial content. And the only reason why I even got the idea to be super controversial, even when I first started my YouTube channel, is because of the fact that I'm really inspired and influenced by the rapper Eminem. And one thing that Eminem's known for doing or being as a famous rapper is rapping about extremely controversial topics or things or whatever. And ever since he was a young rapper, he's gotten a major amount of backlash and ridicule and hate and just the media constantly attacking him. And even now, as of recently, they still keep going after him. They'll never stop. And, he's just always been a controversial guy. Ever since he first became a rapper and ever since his very first album as a famous rapper, that is, his Slim Shady LP, he's been just really, really controversial. He doesn't hold anything back. And because of him being that way and because of him being my favorite rapper, I got the whole idea pretty much from him to be really controversial in my own way. Obviously, I wasn't controversial in the exact same way that he himself was about like the stuff that he rapped about in his songs or on his albums throughout his rap career. But of course, there's no denying the fact that I wasn't controversial in my own specific, unique ways. And I mean, a lot of things that I talk about, he would probably find really offensive himself. But then again, I don't know, because I don't even personally know the guy. I've never met him, and I probably never will. I'll probably never get the chance to meet my idol, my all-time favorite rapper. But you know what? That's fine, because no matter what, I'm always going to be a stan of him and his music, no matter what. And you know what? If it weren't for him, I honestly probably would have had less likely of a chance of even starting a YouTube channel in the first place. If it weren't for me getting into him and his music ever since I was 14 years old in 2011, and just obsessing over him and being addicted to him and just idolizing him and being really influenced and inspired by him and his music, then honestly, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that I would have probably never became a YouTuber. I would have never thought to. Or at least there would have been less likely of a chance. But, you know, honestly, I hate myself. I fucking hate the shit out of myself knowing that I doxed myself. I am literally, honest to God, such an idiot. A stupid, fucking retarded moron. I am a damn fool. The fact that I would dox my own parents' address and not know any better. I just can't believe that. You know, and this just goes to show and proves that, you know, I'm not that smart when it comes to the internet. I really am not. Because I didn't know how dark the internet was before ever even starting my YouTube channel. Before even using the internet and going on it a lot ever since I was 14 years old in 2011. Like, I didn't know just how dark and vile and corrupt and evil, like, so many people on the internet are. I really had no idea or clue that there are just those really just freaky predator type of people who are constantly looking nonstop for people to dox, for people to go after, for people to bully, harass, make fun of, mock, try to bully off the internet or whatever, and try to dox their information, threaten or whatever. Like, I had no idea or clue before even ever using the internet that there were those types of people on the internet. And I think the reason why I didn't know that is because growing up as a child, my parents sheltered me and my siblings too much. None of us really knew how bad and dark the world was around us. None of us really had any experience of, like, just how evil the people in this world were and are. But, you know, I feel ashamed and embarrassed and humiliated and guilty ever since I doxed my parents' address all those years ago. And by doing so, you know, I really feel like I put them in harm's way. Not just myself, but my parents and my family, my siblings. I really feel like I not only painted a target on my back, which is an obvious fact, but also I painted a target on my parents and my siblings' back, even though none of them have anything to do with my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel was never about my parents or my siblings. It was about me, myself, and I. It was about this guy right here talking to you all right now. And originally, that was the only person that my YouTube channel was ever supposed to be about. But because I was too controversial and too offensive and pissed off a lot of people online and riled up so many people, and unfortunately created so many enemies and just so many people out to get me and to just doxed me countless times and threatened me, at least they used to anyways, and falsely accused me of lies that are not true, that they have absolutely zero proof and evidence of me being whatever people have accused me of being over the years. And, you know, people just constantly bullying and harassing me and mocking me as if they have nothing else better to do in their lives but to, pick on a guy who's already down. And honestly, I really hate myself. Like, out of anything in my life that I could ever hate myself the most for, it's doxing myself. So like I said before, and pretty much at the very beginning of this video, I doxed myself. And so ultimately, I have nobody to blame but myself. This is on me. It's my fault that I ended up getting doxed countless times, and my parents, and even some of my siblings. Our real information is out there, permanently for good. And there's nothing I can do about it to get it removed, to get it taken down. Because even if that were to be the case, there are already so many people on the internet who know who I really am. And that's the scary part about all of this. There are so many people who are just waiting, patiently waiting to dox me again. Even though, I'm already doxed. There's not really any point in doxing me a third time or a fourth time or a fifth time or so on and so forth, especially knowing that even being doxed once is bad enough. But I've not only been doxed once, I've been doxed twice. Hell, maybe even 3 times by this point. You know, I just hate myself for not knowing any better. I hate myself for when I was 17 years old in 2014, when I first created my YouTube account, that I didn't think to, use a fake anonymous name, damn it. What's my problem? Seriously, what's my issue? Why couldn't I have thought to use a fake name, a silly name, an anonymous name of any sort or kind? I just can't believe I didn't think of doing that when I was 17 years old, when I first created my YouTube account that I eventually, years down the line, turned into a YouTube channel. I just cannot believe myself that I am that dumb. And then even when I started my YouTube channel, when I uploaded my video, 20 years old, never had a girlfriend, which is one of the very first videos that I made. I'm not saying it was the very first video, but it was one of the earliest videos. And what's interesting about my YouTube channel is, before even uploading that video, I think my very, very first video was titled something like "Fuck PewDiePie" or "I Hate PewDiePie" or something, because I wanted like my very first YouTube video to just be really just gut-wrenching and controversial and offensive as possible, and just really real and based as I possibly could get it to be. And I just also wanted my very first video on my YouTube channel to just be really shocking, to just set off my YouTube channel. And I deleted that. And I also deleted a lot of my old videos from my YouTube channel. And, you know, when I uploaded my video titled 20 years old, never had a girlfriend, I was a retarded, fucking stupid idiot and a moron, because in that video, I said, "Hi, my name is Isaac. I didn't just say Isaac. I said, hi, my name is Isaac Holmes. I am before I said I'm 20 years old, I said, and I'm from Greenville, Michigan, and I'm 20 years old and never had a girlfriend. And it's like, wow, am I dumb? How could I possibly be such a fool to admit my real first and last name, and then on top of that, to make matters worse, say in that same video that I was from Greenville, Michigan at the time, which is the city and state that my family and I lived in at the time. And I'm just like, wow, am I crazy enough to admit that? And by doing so, I made it too easy for people to dox me. I made it too damn easy for the predators online, for the freaks online, for the stalkers online, for the cyberbullies and the harassers online to just come at me and my family and to just ruin our lives and to pretty much threaten all of us by doxing us countless times. But again, this is mainly my fault because, again, I was a stupid, dumb, idiotic moron and a fucking retarded fool by saying, "Hi, my name is Isaac Holmes. I'm from Greenville, Michigan, and I'm 20 years old and never had a girlfriend." And you know, the reason why I said that in that video is because here's the thing. In my defense, I didn't know how to do a video like that without admitting my real name, because I didn't have a fake YouTube channel name at the time. If that makes any sense. If any of you could ever possibly understand that. I did not have a fake anonymous YouTube channel name that I could have said instead of using my real name and also admitting where I was actually from, which I honestly didn't have to do. In all seriousness, I just cannot believe, and I will never be able to believe why I did that. Of all things, admitting what state I was from and what city. Because here's the thing, even if I admitted that I was Isaac Holmes, guess what? There are more than one Isaac Holmes in America. I mean, I shit you not. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only Isaac Holmes in this whole entire country. I'm sure there are Isaac Holmes in the UK and in Canada probably too. Maybe even in Australia. But I mean, it's, of course, it's obvious that I was from America, but, you know, the point is there's more than one Isaac Holmes in this country. But I'm sure even if I said that trolls online would have been able to know just which Isaac Holmes I was. But again, there is more than one Isaac Holmes. There's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of them. And, you know, even by doing that, I was just so very stupid. And as you can see and tell, I'm frustrated with myself for doing that. Ever since I did that, I hate my fucking self. I hate the shit out of myself. I really do. I am not even kidding. And, you know, I'm just so angry at myself for not having a fake ass YouTube channel name. For not having an anonymous name that I could have used and said instead. If I would have been smart and if I would have been thinking straight at the time, if I would have been more experienced and if I would have known more about the internet as a whole, and, you know, if I also were smart and would have been thinking straight, I would have never admitted not only my real first and last name, but also the state and city I was from at the time. I just cannot believe myself. And by doing so, like I said, I painted a target on my back and my family's back ever since I did that. And so no matter where my family and I move to, the trolls online will always be able to find out where we live and where we're from because they know my real name. You all know my real name. It's too late. It's not like I can go back on that. I can't change history as much as I wish I could. And this is a perfect example of why I wish to God that I could change history. why I wish I could go back in time and stop my dumbass self from admitting my real first and last name and the state and city that I lived in. And also even stopped myself from doxing my parents' address and our own personal information, also on like Reddit or whatever website it was on, because I really thought and believed at the time that I would have had one guy who would have felt bad and sorry for me enough to buy me a really expensive gaming computer and send it in the mail. That's just bullshit. I can't believe I really thought and believed that at the time. I just really can't. And I mean, I shock myself how stupid and dumb I am. How much of a retarded idiot I am. How much of a just moron that I am. Because I just, I'm not that smart when it comes to the internet. I really am not. And the internet is an extremely dark, vile, evil place. One of the most dark, corrupt, vile, evil places in this whole entire world. The internet is not safe, unfortunately. It's not. Not even close. And that's the one thing that I hate about the internet. I mean, seriously. The fact that the internet is not a safe place to be or to stay on or whatever is just a scary thought. It's a scary realization. And honestly, I'm going to be honest here, and I'll close this video with saying this, that I am jealous and envious and angry and hateful towards anyone who was way smarter and wiser than me when first creating their YouTube account or YouTube channel by using a fake name and never admitting their real name or what state they're from or what country they're from or what their address is or any information that could ever be possibly used against them. I am so very jealous and envious, angry and hateful towards any of you. I mean, I don't mean to be, because obviously that was a good thing that you all, unlike me, were smart and wise enough from the very start of you yourselves using the internet to use all this fake information and never putting or posting any of your real information on the internet that could ever possibly be used against any of you guys. You guys should feel proud of that, which I'm sure you are. And, like I said, you guys are just so much smarter and wiser than me. I wish I could have been like you guys. I really do. I really honestly do. I wish I could have been smart and wise enough to have used a fake name, a fake anonymous YouTube channel name from the very start of my YouTube channel, never have doxed myself on Reddit or whatever website it was from, and would have never admitted my real first and last name or the state and city that I was from at the time. I can't believe I did that. And ever since then, I hate myself every single day because of doing that. I put myself and my family in harm's way, and I did not mean to do that. That was not my intention. That was not my desire. It was not my goal. But it's too late, unfortunately, and there is nothing I can do about it. Nothing. But anyways, let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. I'm out.